Have you ever imagined finding diamonds without having to dig deep into mines or spend a fortune? That's right. You could be just one step away from discovering one of nature's greatest treasures. And the best part is, in a way, you never thought possible. In this video, you're going to learn how to identify common stones that might contain diamonds, and it's all closer than you think. I know it sounds like a movie plot, but trust me, you have the chance to turn this adventure into reality. What most people don't know is that diamonds aren't just found in famous mines. They're also in places that are accessible to anyone, like rivers and mountain slopes. And the best part? With the right tips, you can learn how to spot these precious stones, even when they seem completely worthless. Get ready, because today you're going to gain rare and powerful knowledge that can change the way you see the rocks around you. This is the kind of information that few people know, and I'm going to show you how you can use this knowledge to seriously increase your chances of finding something valuable. So if you're ready to embark on this journey of discoveries and explore a world of natural treasures, stay with me until the end. The secret is about to be revealed. But before we dive in, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. By doing so, YouTube will always recommend awesome content like this to you. When we think about finding diamonds, the first thing that comes to mind are the sparkling stones we see in jewelry. But the process of finding them isn't that simple. To start, you need to understand that diamonds aren't just found anywhere. Yes, they're out there, but they need a specific environment to form. And that's exactly what we're going to explore. How to find these hidden sources of diamonds, and what you need to know to make your search a success. The key to this discovery is understanding the cycle of precious stones. The rocks that can contain diamonds aren't the ones you can easily spot, and they can go completely unnoticed. The secret lies in understanding that, to find the diamond, you first need to locate the right place where it might be hiding. And trust me, nature offers more opportunities than you might think. The most interesting part is that you can learn to identify these common stones that have the potential to be something extraordinary. What you'll learn today isn't just about the process of finding these minerals, but also about the way nature works to hide them. I'm going to show you the details you need to watch for to tell the difference between an ordinary stone and one that holds something precious. Get ready to dive into this world, and who knows, maybe even start your own diamond search. Let's get started. Did you know that most people who search for diamonds fail because they don't know what to look for? It's true. These precious stones, which seem so simple at first glance, are overlooked by most curious seekers. They're out there, ready for anyone who knows how to spot them. But their rough and dull appearance makes it so that only a few people notice the real value they might be hiding. And that's where you come in, my friend. Because if you keep watching, you'll learn the secret that very few people know: how to find diamonds where no one else is looking. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found an ugly rock that made you question its value. What makes the hunt for diamonds so fascinating is precisely the fact that they hide in places you least expect. The stones that could contain these treasures don't shine like the ones in jewelry. They have a boring look, something that would easily go unnoticed by anyone who didn't have the right knowledge. And this is where you'll stand out. You'll learn what most gem hunters don't know: how to spot these common stones, but full of potential, before anyone else. And I know you're probably thinking, this sounds too good to be true, but trust me, you're holding the chance to acquire unique knowledge, something that only a few people master. The stones that could hide diamonds are accessible to everyone, but only those who know the right characteristics can see the opportunity. And you for sure are on the right path to learn all about it. So get ready because the secret is about to be revealed, and those who are watching now will get ahead of everyone else. To start your journey in search of diamonds, the first step is learning how to identify the stones that could hide them. One of the most common rocks that contain these precious minerals is conglomerate. These stones may seem ordinary, but they have a unique structure. The main feature you should look for is their rough texture and grainy appearance. But hold on, that's not all. There are other details you need to know to truly tell if you're on the right path. Beyond appearance, the color of the stone is also a clue. Many conglomerates have a dull tone, ranging from gray to brown, which makes them hard to distinguish at first glance. The secret is to notice the small visible fragments, which resemble bits of smaller stones mixed with a larger matrix. This can be a clear sign that the rock has the potential to contain something valuable. But of course, not every conglomerate will be a diamond. You'll need to train your eye to spot the nuances. And trust me, these details could be your key to finding diamonds. The process of identifying the right rock may take some time, but once you understand what to look for, your chances of success increase exponentially. Keep in mind that many gem hunters miss opportunities because they can't properly distinguish these rocks. But you now have the advantage of learning something that few people know: how to identify what really matters. And throughout this video, you'll learn how to continue this journey with more confidence. Diamonds don't just appear out of nowhere. They have a fascinating history and are the result of millions of years of extreme conditions. They form deep within the earth, where pressure and temperature are so high that they transform carbon atoms into brilliant crystals. This process occurs in the Earth's mantle at a depth ranging from 150 to 200 kilometers. What makes this formation even more incredible is that diamonds don't reach the surface easily. They have to be transported to the Earth's crust through volcanic eruptions, which in turn create kimberlites, rocks that often contain diamonds. These kimberlites are the rocks most associated with the presence of diamonds. But what many people don't know is that over the centuries, these diamonds can be transported by rivers and other natural processes, creating conglomerates that can be found much closer to the surface. These conglomerates may contain tiny diamond particles which are hard to identify, but they're there, waiting to be discovered. Understanding the process of diamond formation and transportation is essential to knowing where to look and what to expect when you find these minerals. On top of all this, it's important to point out that diamonds aren't the only treasures that can be found in rocks like these. Minerals like gold, chromium, and even emeralds can also be hidden in the same rocks. And that's the big trick. By learning about the geological process and the conditions necessary for these minerals to form and reach the surface, you gain a unique advantage over other gem hunters. Now, you're ready to start your search with a deeper understanding and a clearer idea of what lies ahead. If this content is adding value to your diamond hunting journey through nature, then make sure to hit that like button on the video. Although the main focus is diamonds, did you know that there are other equally precious minerals that can be found in the same rocks? Many gem hunters are so obsessed with finding diamonds that they end up overlooking other metals and stones that can also be worth a lot. For example, you can find gold, chromium, and even emeralds in conglomerates or kimberlites, along with other stones like garnet, which, though less famous, can be an excellent discovery. The secret is to broaden your view to these secondary stones that often have a very high value. Another mineral worth mentioning is zircon, which has a shine almost identical to that of a diamond and is highly sought after in the market. These gems, commonly found in volcanic rocks, can be mistaken for diamonds by those who aren't familiar. If you know what to look for, you could be out there finding these gems and surprising yourself with your discoveries. It's worth noting that zircon, although not as famous as diamonds, is in growing demand in the jewelry market and can fetch a good price. The most interesting part about this search is that by learning how to identify the signs of a precious stone, you become an expert not just in diamonds but in a whole world of minerals. Knowledge is the key to not missing opportunities and finding other materials that can be just as valuable, if not more so, than diamonds themselves. So, get ready to explore, because the world of precious stones is much broader and more fascinating than you might think. Now that you know how to identify rocks that could contain diamonds, it's time to understand where to look. Remember, diamonds aren't just going to show up at your door. You'll have to go after them. The best places to find these rocks are rivers, streams, and mountain slopes. Over the millennia, these places have been natural transporters of precious minerals. When a diamond forms deep within the earth and reaches the surface through volcanic eruptions, it's often carried away by water, deposited in areas where erosion and water movement push it to lower ground. In addition to rivers, another great place to search for these rocks is in ancient dry riverbeds. Many gem hunters have had luck in areas where the water flow was stronger in the past, but has since dried up. Mountain slopes are also an excellent starting point, as rocks can be transported by landslides and over time accumulate precious minerals. This is what makes these regions so rich for gem hunters. Nature gives you the chance to find what you're looking for, as long as you know where to search. However, it's important to remember that the secret to a successful search lies in patience and observation. There's no point in digging up every rock or heading to any river without a plan. The key is to go to strategic locations where the geological conditions favor the accumulation of precious minerals. Now, you have the necessary information to make your search more efficient and increase your chances of success. So let's get these tips into action. Although the idea of finding diamonds and other precious stones is exciting, it's important to be realistic about the process. The truth is, most people who go out in search of these treasures rarely find what they expect. The journey isn't easy, and the path is full of challenges. First off, diamonds are rare stones, and simply finding them requires much more than luck. It takes knowledge, patience, and perseverance. Even the most experienced hunters can go months or even years without finding anything significant. Another challenge is the huge amount of rocks and stones you'll come across during your search. This means that for every conglomerate that might contain a diamond, there will be dozens or even hundreds of stones with no value at all. This process of elimination is tiring and at times discouraging. So, if you think you're going to head out and find a diamond out of nowhere, you might want to rethink your strategy. Hunting for these precious stones requires dedication, and you'll often need to sift through hundreds of rocks before finding something truly valuable. But that's the true spirit of adventure. Knowing that behind every common stone, there might be a treasure waiting to be discovered makes the journey thrilling. Even though the road is long and filled with difficulties, the final reward makes every effort worthwhile. And remember, patience and knowledge are your greatest tools. So get ready for the challenge, because the more you know, the greater your chances of success. Thinking of you, I've created an exclusive ebook about precious stones that will teach you everything you need to know about them. I've pinned it in the first comment of this video. Now that you know where to look and are aware of the challenges of the journey, it's time to learn how to recognize a diamond. While raw diamonds don't always sparkle like those in jewelry, there are some foolproof tips to identify them. First, pay attention to the rock's shine. When you examine a stone closely, especially in natural light, diamonds have a unique way of reflecting light. Even if the stone seems dull on the outside, if you look carefully, you'll notice it reflects light in a very characteristic way, almost as if it has an inner glow. Additionally, another important feature of a raw diamond is its hardness. Diamond is the hardest natural substance known to man, with a rating of 10 on the Mohs scale. To test this, you can use a small metal or glass tool and try to scratch the surface of the rock. If the rock resists the scratch, that's a good indication. It could be a diamond. But remember, this method requires caution to avoid damaging the rock or worse, confusing it with another stone of similar hardness. And there's more. One helpful tip is to look for minerals known as satellites around the rock. These minerals are often found near diamonds, and their presence can be a sign that you're on the right track. By learning to identify these characteristics, you'll not only increase your chances of finding a diamond, but also become more skilled at spotting other precious stones. With practice and attention, the hunt becomes more exciting and rewarding. It's time to put everything you've learned into practice. But before you head out in search of these treasures, stop and think. Are you really ready to apply this knowledge? How can you use these tips in your everyday life to turn a simple walk into a treasure hunt? Maybe the next diamond you find is closer than you think. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep learning more about gems and the world of precious stones, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you're eager for more discoveries, there's an amazing video popping up on the screen right now that will help you dive even deeper into your knowledge. So take this chance to become an expert on the subject and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. Remember, the real treasure is knowing how to see value in things that seem ordinary. So keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows what the future holds for you. See you in the next video, my dear friend.